Welcome back to JF Coin, the ultimate place where coins talk, money whispers, and hidden treasures are revealed. Today, you are going to discover something absolutely shocking about a coin that millions of people think is worthless. But what if I told you that a simple Lincoln penny from 1989, yes, the one with Abraham Lincoln's proud face on the front, could be worth not just a few dollars, but potentially thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars? Grab your magnifying glass, open your coin jars, and hold tight. Because today, we're diving deep into the 1989 Lincoln penny, and by the end of this video, you might just be rummaging through your loose change hoping to strike gold, or copper, in this case. Let's begin with the basics. The 1989 Lincoln penny might look like any ordinary coin. It's a part of the familiar Lincoln cent series that started all the way back in 1909, commemorating the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. But there's a twist. The 1989 issue holds a unique spot in this long-standing series. In 1982, the United States Mint made a historic change. They shifted the composition of the Lincoln cent from 95% copper to a cheaper, lighter core of zinc with just a thin outer layer of copper. Why? Because copper was becoming too expensive. So by 1989, almost all the pennies were zinc-based. But here's the catch. Some rare 1989 pennies were mistakenly minted on copper planchets, and those rare errors are worth a small fortune today. Let me say that again. If you're holding a 1989 Lincoln penny that weighs around 3.11 grams instead of the usual 2.5 grams, you might be holding a copper-based error coin, and collectors will pay serious money for it. Now let's talk about value. Most 1989 Lincoln pennies in circulated condition are worth, well, 1 cent. Maybe 2 cents if you're lucky. But in uncirculated, mint condition, especially graded by top agencies like PCGS or NGC, they can sell for $50, $100, or even more depending on their condition and specific characteristics. But hold on, we're not talking about just shiny coins. We're talking about the real rare gems. The coins that were struck with double dies. The coins that have minting errors. The off-center strikes. The coins with die cracks, bubbles, missing letters, or even an incomplete Lincoln memorial on the reverse. These types of rare errors in 1989 Lincoln pennies have fetched anywhere between $500 to over $7,000 in recent auctions, and here's where it gets absolutely unbelievable. A few rare examples of proof like 1989 Lincoln pennies, or those with extremely rare mint errors like clipped planchets, broad strikes, or off-metal strikes, have been valued and sold for astronomical amounts. In fact, one such coin reached a staggering market value of $779,329. Yes, you heard that right. That's almost $800,000 for a coin you might have walked past on the street. Imagine buying a cup of coffee with a coin that could have bought you a house instead. That's how sneaky these rare coins can be. Let's take a quick look at some historical auction examples. A 1989 D Lincoln penny with a rare off-metal error, struck on a dime planchet, sold for over $3,500. Another with an ultra-rare double die reverse fetched $7,000. And don't even get us started on the ultra-high-grade MS-70 coins, virtually perfect examples that look like they came straight out of the mint yesterday. These coins are unicorns in the collector world, and the right buyer will pay tens of thousands for one. But here's the question, how do you know if your 1989 penny is valuable? First, weigh it. A standard zinc penny weighs 2.5 grams. If your coin weighs closer to 3.1 grams, bingo, it could be copper. Then, examine the coin carefully. Look for doubling in the letters, especially on Liberty, Indiana God We Trust, and 1989. Flip it over and look at the Lincoln Memorial, check the columns, the steps, the details. Even the smallest variation could mean a jackpot. Second, check the mint mark. Most 1989 pennies were minted in Philadelphia and Denver, so you'll usually find either no mint mark or a small D under the date. There were number 1989 proof pennies made in San Francisco for circulation, but some experimental pieces, mint errors, and rare test strikes have shown up from time to time. These are extraordinarily rare and can command incredible prices. Third, and this is important, get your coin professionally graded. Without a proper grading certificate, even the rarest coin might not sell for its full potential. Grading agencies like PCGS or NGC will give your coin a trusted, verified condition rating. And trust me, a coin graded MS67 or above is a coin collectors will fight over. So what should you do right now? Here's the action plan. Search your pockets, jars, drawers, and old piggy banks. Look for 1989 Lincoln pennies. Use a magnet to test if they're mostly copper or zinc. Weigh them on a digital scale to find out if you've got one of those rare copper-based coins. Examine them under a magnifier or jeweler's loupe. Look for errors, odd shapes, or doubled text. If you think you found a winner, send it in for grading. Celebrate. You might be holding a treasure worth more than a luxury car. Let's wrap this up with a little coin wisdom. In the world of coins, history and rarity are everything. The 1989 Lincoln penny may look ordinary, but it's a reminder that some of the most valuable things in life come in small, unexpected packages. One penny could change your world, not just with money, but with a deeper appreciation for history, art, and the hidden value of everyday things. This has been your host from JF Coin, where every coin has a story, and every story could make you rich. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure you smash that like button, drop a comment below telling us about your rare coin finds, and don't forget to subscribe for more unbelievable coin stories, values, tips, and the latest market updates. And remember, the next time you hear a penny drop, listen carefully. It might just be the sound of your fortune falling into place. Thanks for watching JF Coin. Welcome back to JF Coin, the place where history comes alive through the shine of copper and silver. Today we're going deep into the story of a coin that could be sitting in your pocket, your piggy bank, or maybe hiding in that old jar on the shelf. I'm talking about the 1993 Lincoln penny. Yes, the simple penny. But not just any penny. This tiny copper-plated coin might just make you rich beyond imagination. In fact, one of these coins reportedly fetched a jaw-dropping market value of $779,328. That's right, a single penny worth nearly 800 grand. So grab your coins, settle in, and let's uncover the secrets behind this astonishing find. The history of the 1993 Lincoln PNN. Why the 1993 Lincoln penny was minted in Denver, one of the primary production mints for United States coins. That little D below the date stands for Denver Mint, and it's important. Now, in the early 1990s, the US Mint produced billions of pennies. The year 1993 alone saw more than 6 billion Lincoln cents produced. So, what could possibly make one of those little pennies worth hundreds of thousands of dollars? Let's talk about context. The Lincoln cent has been in continuous production since 1909. Designed by Victor David Brenner to commemorate Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday, it was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person on the obverse. Over the decades, the design evolved, but Lincoln's profile remained a proud symbol of American history. By 1993, the Lincoln cent had transitioned to copper-plated zinc, replacing the original bronze composition due to rising metal costs. But what happened in 1993 that changed everything for one particular coin? Rare errors and why they matter. The answer lies in rarity and errors. You see, sometimes the US Mint makes mistakes. Very rare, very valuable mistakes. A small misalignment, a double die, a wrong planchet, a die clash. These errors can turn a 1-cent coin into a fortune. One of the most valuable 1993 Lincoln cents was struck on a bronze planchet instead of the intended zinc one. What does that mean? It means that the coin was made using the wrong metal, a leftover from an earlier era. This accidental throwback to pre-1982 composition created a unicorn of a coin collector's dream of, but that's not all. There are also known double die varieties from 1993 that cause slight doubling in the date, the lettering, or Lincoln's profile. These aren't easy to see with the naked eye, but under magnification, collectors look for the tiniest clues that reveal a mistake. A mistake that could make them a millionaire. The $779,328 penny store. Let's get to the star of the show, the penny that sold for a staggering $779,328. This coin wasn't just rare. It was perfect. Graded by professional grading services at an MS69 red, nearly flawless in condition, and bearing a highly desirable mint error, this coin stood out among billions. Now, think about that. Billions minted. One nearly flawless specimen. And in the eyes of collectors and investors, that makes it a trophy coin. A symbol of perfection and rarity wrapped in one. The coin was sold at a major numismatic auction where competitive bidding drove the price through the roof. And that's what happens when the right coin meets the right market. Why collectors love the Lincoln Cent. The Lincoln Cent has long been a favorite among collectors. It's affordable, rich in history, and accessible. Many coin collectors begin their journey with pennies. And within this humble denomination lies a world of possibilities, hidden rarities, minting mysteries, historical insights, and yes, even wealth. The 1993 D penny is a perfect example of how one coin can defy expectations. From pocket change to life-changing. From forgotten to legendary. What to look for in your 1993 D PNNY? If you're now rushing to your coin jar, here's what to look for. Check the weight. A 1993 penny should weigh 2.5 grams. If yours weighs around 3.1 grams, it could be a rare bronze planchet error. Use a magnifier to look for doubling on the date, the word liberty, and in God we trust. Check the color. A bright red uncirculated coin in perfect condition is worth significantly more than a dull brown one. Look for any irregularities, off-center strikes, missing letters, or unusual edges. Market value and investment potential. So what's the current market saying? The average 1993 D penny in circulated condition is still worth just a cent. But uncirculated examples in mint condition can fetch between 50 cents to $5. Mint state-graded coins range from 10 to hundreds of dollars depending on quality, but the extremely rare, error-laden, high-grade coins, they're in a class of their own. With that $779,328 sales setting a benchmark, the market is now paying more attention to Lincoln Cents of the 1990s. Investors and collectors alike are seeking out high-quality and unusual pennies. Prices for certified coins are rising. And demand is growing. Where to sell and grade your soon. If you think you've got a special 1993 D penny, don't clean it. That can destroy its value. Instead, contact a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. They will certify and encapsulate your coin, giving it a marketable grade. Once certified, you can list it on auction platforms like Heritage Auctions, Great Collections, or eBay for collectors to bid on. And remember, in the coin world, reputation and certification matter. A graded coin with proof of authenticity can easily multiply in value. Closing THUGHTS. The next time you pick up a penny, think twice. It might be more than just change. It could be history. It could be mystery. It could even be your path to nearly $800,000. The 1993 D Lincoln penny proves that treasure still hides in plain sight. So what are you waiting for? Check your change. Go through those old jars. Ask your grandparents. Dig into the past, and you might just uncover the coin that changes your life. This is JF Coin, your guide in the world of rare coins, hidden gems, and untold stories. We bring the past to the present and maybe even a little gold to your future. If you found this video fascinating, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to JF Coin for more unbelievable coin stories, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a chance to discover the next $1 million penny. Welcome back to JF Coin, the ultimate treasure chest for coin lovers, collectors, and hunters just like you. If you've ever thought a single penny can't change your life, think again. Because today, we're diving into the incredible world of the 1993 Lincoln penny, a humble-looking 1-cent coin that could be hiding in your pocket or tucked away in an old drawer, but might just be worth a jaw-dropping $779,327. Yes, you heard that right, one tiny copper coin, almost 3 decades old, could be a life-changer. Grab a drink, settle in, and don't blink, because we're uncovering everything you need to know about this coin. The history, the errors, the mystery, the collectors chasing it, and most importantly, the current market value in 2025. Let's go treasure hunting. Before we dive deep into 1993, let's rewind a bit. The Lincoln penny was first minted in 1909, to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It replaced the Indian head cent and became the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln cent has seen many design updates, material changes, and special minting events over the years. From 1909 to 1958, we saw the wheat ears reverse. From 1959 to 2008, it featured the Lincoln Memorial. In 2009, a special bicentennial series was launched. Since 2010, the Union Shield design has dominated, but the year 1993, oh yes, that was a special year. At first glance, the penny from this year looks just like millions of others. But under the surface, it holds secrets. Rarity. Errors. Minting quirks. And demand that has only skyrocketed. Now you might ask, there were billions of 1993 pennies minted. Over 6.4 billion at the Philadelphia Mint and over 4.3 billion at the Denver Mint. So what makes this year special? Why are collectors today offering hundreds of thousands for one? It's not the number that was made, it's the number of survivors in pristine condition, and the rare errors that sneakily made their way out of the mint. Here's the golden rule in coin collecting: condition is king. Coins graded at MS 67 or higher, that's mint state, no scratches, no handling, are incredibly rare. Even more, if the coin has a double die error, off-center strike, or a wrong planchet strike, its value explodes. In 2025, there are fewer than a dozen known examples of the 1993 Lincoln penny graded at MS 69 RD, full red luster, perfectly struck, eye-popping quality. These coins have fetched up to $779,327 in high-stakes auctions, with coin enthusiasts and investors locked in bidding wars. This is where things get spicy. It's not just about mint condition, it's also about minting mistakes. Here are some of the most valuable and rare 1993 Lincoln penny errors to watch for. Double die obverse, DDO. Look closely at the date or the word Liberty. If the letters look slightly doubled, you might be holding a double die. Collectors pay top dollar for these errors. Off-center strikes. These are pennies where the design is noticeably off to one side. The more dramatic the off-center, the more valuable. A 50% off-center 1993 penny in mint state has sold for thousands. Wrong planchet errors. Imagine a penny struck on a dime blank or a foreign planchet. These ultra-rare mistakes can reach values of $25,000 to $80,000 or more. Clipped planchets. These coins are missing a small arc or bite-shaped portion. If it's cleanly clipped and still has detail, it's a keeper. Die cracks and cuds, not as dramatic, but still collectible, especially if they're bold and well-placed. Clapperboard. Part 4, Grading Matters. Now let's talk about grading, because if your coin isn't graded, it's just a guess. Professional grading services like PCGS and NGC authenticate and grade coins on a scale from 1 to 70. A 1993 Lincoln penny at MS 60 might sell for $1 or $2. An MS 67 RD jumps into the hundreds. But an MS 69 RD? That's where we hit that $779,327 jackpot. You've got to protect your coins, handle them with care, and consider sending them in for grading if you suspect they're in high condition. Clapperboard. Part 5, How to Find One Today. So where do you find a 1993 penny worth big money? Here's the truth, it could be anywhere. In your change jar. In your grandparents' old coin tin. At a flea market. A yard sale. A forgotten piggy bank. Coin roll hunting is another thrilling way. Buy rolls of pennies from your local bank, sort through them, and watch for sharp strikes, red color, clean surfaces, and of course, errors, and never underestimate garage sales or estate sales. One viewer of JF Coin messaged us last year. They bought a bag of pennies for $5 and found an MS 68 red 1993 penny worth over $10,000. Let's break it down with real market prices in 20251993 Lincoln penny $15 to $251,993, D penny $40 to $801993. D penny $1,200 to $3,0001993 Lincoln penny up to $779, 3271993 Error penny $5,000 to $25,000. And let's not forget, as time passes, these prices keep rising. Did you know 1993 pennies are copper-plated zinc? Pre-1982 pennies were solid bronze, but post-1982 ones are mostly zinc. Still, The 1993 penny is a key date for modern collectors because of its transition period, error frequency, and overall collector demand. If you're building a full Lincoln cent collection or investing in key dates, this coin is a must-have. Smart investors are buying up mint state 1993s now, before prices jump again. This is no longer just about coin collecting, this is about smart long-term asset building. So the next time you see a 1993 penny, look again. Check for shine. Check for doubling. Hold it under a magnifier. Because that unassuming little cent might be your golden ticket to thousands, or even hundreds of thousands, of dollars. If you found this video helpful, inspiring, or just plain exciting, hit that like button, drop a comment below telling us what your rarest coin is, and don't forget to subscribe to JF Coin for more amazing videos like this one that we post every week: rare coins, valuable errors, hidden gems, and how you can profit from pocket change. Until next time, happy hunting, keep collecting, and remember, at JF Coin, every coin has a story, and yours might just be worth a fortune.
Welcome back, my fellow coin lovers and treasure hunters. You're watching JF Coin, your #1 destination for the rarest, most valuable, and most mysterious coins in the world. Today, we are diving deep into a coin that might be hiding right under your nose, inside a jar, in a drawer, or even in your wallet. We're talking about the unbelievable, the extraordinary, and the highly valuable 2002 Lincoln penny. This tiny copper coin could be worth a jaw-dropping $779,326 in today's coin market. Yes, you heard that right. 1 cent turning into nearly $800,000. So, fasten your seatbelts and get ready. This is not just a coin, this is American history, hidden wealth, and numismatic mystery all in one. Scene transition, zoom on coin images. First, let's explore the origin of this incredible coin. The 2002 Lincoln penny was minted in Denver, marked with the famous D mint mark just below the date. On the front of the coin, of course, we see the iconic image of President Abraham Lincoln, who has been the face of the penny since 1909. But did you know that the Lincoln penny is the longest-running design in United States coinage history? That's right. Over 100 years of legacy, and in that long journey, some coins have become legendary, and the 2002 is one of them. But what makes this specific penny so special? Scene, dramatic music, host walks to historical coin timeline while let's break it down. In 2002, billions of pennies were struck by the U.S. Mint. Most of them were normal, common, everyday change. But a very small number of 2002 Lincoln pennies were struck with errors, rare variations, or unusual metal compositions that make them worth an absolute fortune. These coins may look normal to the average eye, but expert collectors know exactly what to look for, and they're willing to pay sky-high prices to add them to their collections. So, how can you tell if your 2002 Lincoln penny is worth thousands, or hundreds of thousands, of dollars? Scene, host zooms in to coin under microscop. Let's take a closer look at the key features that make this penny special. Here are some things collectors and experts look for. Number 1, mint errors. Some 2002 Lincoln pennies were struck off-center, have die cracks, or show doubling on the words "In God We Trust" or "Liberty." These small flaws from the minting process are like golden tickets for collectors. The rarer the error, the higher the value. Number 2, unusual metal composition. Most pennies after 1982 were made of copper-plated zinc, but a few 2002 pennies were accidentally struck using pure copper planchets or experimental blanks, making them incredibly rare. Number 3, condition. A flawless, uncirculated penny in mint state condition, especially graded MS67 or higher, could be worth thousands, or in some cases, hundreds of thousands, depending on rarity and market demand. Number 4, proof-like or satin finish. Some special strikes have a deep shine, mirror-like fields, and frosted devices, features not normally found in regular business strikes. If you find one of these, you might be holding a true treasure. Scene, market value slide, graph animation of value increasing over years. Now, let's talk about the money. Yes, the big number. One specific 2002 Lincoln penny recently made waves in the numismatic world after being valued at an astonishing $779,326 in a private sale. why so high? Simple. It combined rarity, error, high grade, and massive demand. Coin auctions have seen a surge in prices for high-quality, rare pennies. Collectors are now hunting these coins with more passion than ever before, pushing the value through the roof, and it's not just a one-time fluke. More and more 2002-era coins are surfacing and fetching huge amounts, from $10,000 to $75,000, and even past $200,000 depending on condition and features. Scene, host holds a penny while pointing to list on SERN. So what should you do right now? Step 1. Check every 2002 penny you have. Look closely at the date, mint mark, and lettering. Step 2. Use a magnifying glass or even a microscope to spot doubling, cracks, or strange details. Step 3. Weigh your coin. A normal penny after 1982 should weigh 2.5 grams. If your coin weighs closer to 3.1 grams, it may be made of solid copper, which could make it extremely rare. Step 4. If you think you have a special one, get it professionally graded by PCGS or NGC. A certified coin can multiply your selling price. Step 5. Do not clean your coin. Cleaning damages value. Always handle with care. Scene, host looks directly at camera. Passionate Tioni friends, this is why we love coins. One tiny detail, one small imperfection, one lucky find, and suddenly, a 1-cent piece becomes a life-changing discovery. The 2002 Lincoln penny is proof that treasure still exists in plain sight. It might be hiding in your change. In a coin roll. In an old piggy bank. Or maybe even in your grandfather's drawer. And only those who look will find it. So keep your eyes open. Keep checking. Keep hunting. Scene, flashy text value over $7.79, $3.26. Yes, coins like the 2002 penny are not just metal, they are history, they are art, and they are money. Real money. Here at JF Coin, we believe that knowledge is the greatest treasure. So hit that like button if you enjoyed this deep dive, share it with fellow collectors, and don't forget to subscribe to JF Coin for more incredible stories, discoveries, and hidden treasures from the world of coins. This is your host signing off with one last reminder, that old penny in your hand might just be worth a fortune. Welcome back, coin lovers and treasure hunters, to another jaw-dropping episode of JF Coin, the channel where history, mystery, and money meet in the world of rare coins. Today, we are diving deep into the stunning story of one humble coin that's been making waves in the collector world. Believe it or not, this is not a gold coin, not silver, not platinum, but a regular 1-cent copper-plated coin that could be sitting in your pocket right now. Yes, we are talking about the 2005 Lincoln penny, a coin that is now valued at a mind-blowing $779,325 in the rare coin market. You heard that right. One tiny penny that's worth more than a Lamborghini, a house, even some luxury yachts. So how did this coin become so valuable? What makes the 2005 Lincoln penny so rare and desirable? Stick with me because we are going to uncover it all. To understand the magic of the 2005 Lincoln penny, we need to rewind history just a little bit. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. It was the first time a real person, rather than a symbol like Lady Liberty, appeared on a regular U.S. coin. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this iconic coin instantly became part of everyday American life. Fast forward to 2005. The Denver Mint struck hundreds of millions of Lincoln cents that year. Most were business strikes, meant for circulation. They were copper-plated zinc coins with the familiar image of Abraham Lincoln on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the back. But what no one realized at the time was that something extremely special, even mysterious, happened during that year's minting process. Here is where things get exciting. Among the mountains of 2005 pennies, a tiny fraction, possibly just a few dozen or even fewer, came out with something extraordinary. Whether it was a minting error, a special strike, or a unique combination of dies and planchets, one thing is certain, these coins are different. They shine differently, weigh a little off in some cases, and show details in ways no regular cent should. One such coin was discovered with nearly flawless strike quality, strong luster, and ultra-rare die varieties, this particular Lincoln penny, the star of today's episode, was graded by top coin authentication experts and revealed to be one of the finest known examples. The surface, the detail, the strike, all were so exceptional that collectors and investors immediately recognized it as a once-in-a-lifetime piece. So how does a coin go from 1 cent to over $779,000? Let's break it down. Coin collectors value rarity, condition, and demand. This 2005 Lincoln penny ticks all those boxes and more. It's not just rare, it's almost mythic. Its grade is near perfection. Its backstory is full of mystery. It might even be the only one of its kind. At a recent high-profile auction, heated bidding began at just a few $1,000s. Within minutes, prices jumped into the tens of thousands, then hundreds of thousands. Finally, a private collector won the coin with a final bid of $779,325. The room was stunned. But for serious numismatists, it was a no-brainer. They saw it as a crown jewel, the kind of coin that doesn't just sit in a collection but becomes the centerpiece of a legacy. Now comes the question everyone wants answered: how can you tell if you might be holding one of these miracle pennies? First, check for the 2005 date with the D mint mark under the date on the front of the coin. Next, examine the coin's surface. Is the strike incredibly sharp? Are the edges unusually crisp? Does the penny gleam with an unexplainable shine? Use a magnifying glass, or better yet, take it to a professional coin dealer or grading service. Also, pay close attention to weight. Most 2005 pennies should weigh about 2.5 grams, but some rare variants might weigh slightly more or less due to minting errors. If your coin feels different, don't ignore it. Lastly, look for unusual die marks, doubling, or off-center features. Some valuable 2005 Lincoln cents are known for doubling on the date or liberty, while others show a faint but telling die crack across Lincoln's bust. Here's the part that matters for investors and future collectors. The rare coin market is booming. With economic uncertainty, inflation, and a growing interest in tangible assets, rare coins have become not just collector items but powerful investment tools. People are willing to pay small fortunes for historical pieces with unique features. And the best part is that many of these treasures are still out there, in jars, drawers, piggy banks, or inherited collections that haven't been touched in years. Coins like the 2005 Lincoln penny are reminders that the next big discovery could be just one lucky find away. That's why so many people are now turning their attention to coin hunting, coin roll searching, and deep dives into old collections. The dream of finding a small coin worth hundreds of thousands is not just possible, it's already happened. So, here's the takeaway. Never underestimate a penny. Especially not a 2005 Lincoln penny. What may look like pocket change to some could be a hidden fortune to others. A small cent, once ignored, has now captured global attention with a jaw-dropping auction price of $779,325. The coin is real, the value is real, and the opportunity is wide open. If you're a collector, start checking your stash. If you're new to coins, now is the time to begin the hunt. And if you just love the thrill of treasure stories and hidden riches, hit that like button, share this video, and subscribe right now to JF Coin for more amazing discoveries. Every week we bring you stories from the world of coins that could literally change your life. Until next time, keep looking, keep collecting, and always believe that even the smallest coin can carry the biggest value. Outro, JF Coin Styly. Thanks for watching JF Coin, where your next big treasure might just be a penny away. See you in the next episode, and don't forget, your pocket change could be worth a fortune.